New Jersey coffee is streaming right now. Words. New Jersey coffee junk is streaming right now.
Good morning, everyone. NJ Coffee Junkie here, coming to you from the great state of New Jersey. And I am doing something a little bit different. I had mentioned on, um, I mentioned on Wednesday because we've been playing Sagrada on Wednesday nights, and I really wanted to. Good morning, Donut. I really wanted to do something where we could have some fun um, on a Sunday morning. Hi, Bad Monkey, welcome. Come on in. Um, and I figured that this would be a game that's better for the morning when most everyone sleeps in on a Sunday morning, including myself. I got a really good night's sleep last night, and I just want to do something to kind of just chill and wake myself up before getting into the nuts and bolts of my day. I have a lot of work to do around my house, and we are going to do some Christmas decorating later, and I'm so excited. We did the outside of our house, and I'll have to post pictures in the Discord, but good grief. I'm so excited. Christmas is my favorite holiday, because I love giving people stuff. I love giving gifts, and I love seeing the look on people's faces um, when they get this gift that I've put a lot of thought into in terms of what they would like, and it's just it's just wonderful. It's my favorite time of year. I also love the renewal of I love the renewal of the season and how, spring is coming, and there's a lot of good news that's been coming out over the last couple of days and weeks. So today's a good day. Today's a really good day. So we're going to dive into Sagrada. We've been doing 2 or 3 boards along the campaign every day, every session that I play this. And we finished Batlow. This game is too much thinking. Well, to me, it's a chill game. It's a very chill game, and you gotta wake up somehow. I gotta wake up somehow, and so I love that this game kind of makes you think. And I'm on my second cup of coffee, so I'm good right now. But I remember the other night. I think you were here, and we did a lot of good stuff along this game. We did Batlow, we did Virtus, and we did Lux Astrum on Sunday. Not Sunday, on Wednesday. Okay, Donut, that's good. Yeah, make sure you guys stay, fed and hydrated. That's important. So we are going to move into Industria, Firmitas, and if we have enough time, Comitas. So we have some very, very complicated boards in front of us today, and that's totally fine. I also want to send a quick shout to Jimmy Pup 3, Huffle King 03, Charfo 2025, Lady Zuriner, Lord Zanu, and Disoriented for the follows. I appreciate you all so very, very much. Thank you immensely. So with that, we are going to jump right in. And if you're new to the game, let me know in chat so that I can explain to you the game mechanics and everything else. But essentially, let me give the overview. Essentially, this game is inspired by the beautiful stained glass windows of the Sagrada Familia Basilica out in Spain, and it's a dice game that you can actually get a physical copy of, and you are basically trying to recreate different stained glass windows according to the dice. Uh, there are restrictions where you can place the dice each round. There are numerical and color-based restrictions. There are 5 colors, and you'll see that as we play. But we also have 3 different pieces in addition to our board. We have private objectives, we have tools that we can use, and we have public objectives. And these are basically allowing for extra points on the board. So first thing we're looking at is the private objective. Oh, hi, Huffle King. Good to meet you. Good to see you. Thank you. Welcome. Good morning. Hi, Surfer. Good morning. Good to see you. Welcome on in. We just got started. We're just starting on the latest complicated board of this game. So our private objective is shades of red, and usually the private objective is to focus on one particular color. Um, Apparently yes, but where this king is the king of Hufflepuff, you are the king of donuts. So your kingdoms can coexist. There is plenty of room for more than one kingdom in my cafe. The more the merrier, I say. So we have to look at red when we're working on this board. We need to get the maximum sum of values on red dice, or at least try. So every red die that I put on my board, whatever it is, those points will be added at the end of the game. But good morning, everybody. I really hope you're doing well. I'm going to do my best to keep up with chat while I play, I promise. Um, so we have 3 tools that we can work with, and the way that this works is you're given a number of pips or bonus points. You get up to 6 points to use for these tools, and any points you don't use, they are counted at the end of the game. But we have 3 tools to use. We have first Flux Remover, which is draft a die, then swap it for a new die from the supply, choose a value, and place the new die, obeying all placement restrictions, or return it to the draft pool. That is probably a better early game than a late game, but we'll see where it goes. Running Pliers. After your first turn, immediately draft a die, skip your next turn this round. And then Lens Cutter. Draft a die, then swap it with a die from the round track. And last time when we played on Wednesday, the Lens Cutter would have come in handy 7 different times during our games. But we have it now here, so we're going to see if it comes into play during the session. Well, I am a Hufflepuff, so it is good to see you, my liege. Now we have the public objectives, and these are objectives that the AI players and I are going to work on over the course of each game. So we have one that is a no value because it depends on the count, just like with the red dice. So this is color diagonals, count of diagonally adjacent same color dice. So the example that you see here, this would give me 6 points because there are 7 points because there are 4 blue and 3 yellow. Then for 4 points each, we have sets of one color anywhere, and you can see that there are 5 different colors on the board, yellow, green, blue, purple, and red. And then for another 4 points, we have to look at columns, which are vertical, with no repeated values. So we have to look to spread our color out, and we have to look at the numerical value of the columns. So that's a lot to kind of juggle all at once. So we're going to see how far we get with it. We're going to see how far we get. And good morning, lurkers. I hope you're all doing well. Alright, so I go first. Now remember, I have to try to look for red. I have to. I can only place, if you can see my cursor here, I think you should be able to. But I can only place dice. I'm going to grab this one as an example. As you can see, I can only place a die along the outer edge of my board. And I'm touching the screen and I'm going around it and you can't see it and it's hilarious. Good grief. but imagine that's my hand. So I do this a lot, just bear with me. So I can only place it in legal spaces on the outskirts of the board, on the outer perimeter. So I can place it in one of the red spots, I can place it in one of the open spots, or I can place it in that 5 spot, for example. Right now in front of me, I have a red 5, a yellow 4 and a yellow 2, a green 2, and 3 purple 4s. Okay, great. That gives me some room to work with. Each of these different rounds, there are 10 rounds in a game, will allow each player to place, because there are 3 of us, and you see that there are 7 dice, will allow us to place 2 dice each, and then the 7th die is put into the round track. And as I said before, there is a tool called Lens Cutter that will allow me, if I need to exchange a die from something in the round track. So we're going to see if that comes into play. So I said that placing red was going to give me points anytime. And there's only one red here. Hey Melons, good to see you. Good morning. I hope you're doing well. So we're going to place that 5 there, knowing full well that we have no actually, wait, no. No, I can't place the 5 there. I have to place it up here. I have to place it up here, and here's why. If I place that 5 down there in the corner, I can't place anything else this round, and that's gonna get me. And I don't want to have to use a tool in the first round. But if I place it up here, I have 4 different options that I could take to get this 4, because I can't put it anywhere else. Now, another thing that I could do is I could um actually, yeah, there's not a lot here to work with. But I think what I'm gonna have to do is I think I'm gonna have to go here, now that I think about it, as much as I don't want to, because that's gonna give me more possibilities. So let's say that they take all the 4s. I would still be able to take one of the 2s and place it here or here. Here or here, really. So, because if I place the 5 here, I would only have one of those 4s. And if I look at if I look at how it's going to go, I might not see any of those 4s when they come back. So I'm going to place the 5 here, and that's going to open me up for a lot of diagonal points too. So I think that's my best bet. There we go. Okay, very good. Some of the 4s came back, which is perfect. That'll allow me to place this here. I'll be able to satisfy the 4 requirement. I've satisfied the 5 requirement, so we're good there. You always want to try to look at what the requirements are or the restrictions are in front of you and fill those in as fast as you can, because the open spaces will figure themselves out later. So we're okay for now. Now, as you can see, red, oh gosh, okay, more coffee, sipping coffee. That purple 4 went into the round track, and the round starts again. Now, for this round, I get 2 turns in a row, and that's totally fine. So, with the 2 turns in a row, that's going to give me plenty of options. And I already know what I'm going to do. I already know what I'm going to do. First thing I want to do is take this red 5 and put it right there. Because not only is that going to give me another 5 points because of our private objective, but it's also going to give me an additional point because of the public objective of the color diagonals, which is perfect. And also, looking at this, we're in good shape on this public objective of columns with no repeated values. We're well on our way with that. So that is beautiful. The other thing that I want to do is I want to get that corner requirement out of the way, because there's no telling what kind of one or anything like that will be around later. And being it's yellow, I want to jump on that opportunity. I want to get that corner situated. This gives me plenty of options to work with, so I am not even remotely worried right now. I'll be worried later. But I think we're in good shape, so we're going to let that be. And then the yellow 6 goes into the round track. Okay. Let me see what we have here. We have 2 yellow 5s, a green 3, a blue 1, a purple 6, and a purple 3. So, first thing that I want to do is I want to take the purple 3, because there's no red this round, so any of these red spots here are not happening. They're not going to happen. But what I think I want to do here is take the purple 3, plunk that in there. That's going to give me 2 points because of the diagonal. It's not going to touch upon any of this stuff, and we still have all of this to work with. My hope is that we get one of the yellow 5s to come back to us, which they will after 2 turns. because that yellow 5 right there, even though it's going to disrupt this purple, is totally fine because we want to fill in those restrictions. So I'm excited for that. I want to see that come back. And it did, which is beautiful. Let's plunk that 5 right in there. So now this is going to complicate things a little bit because this red will now have to be a, it will now have to be, actually wait, no, you know what? Hold on, hold that thought. Hold that thought. Because this is going to be complicated no matter what, because this is going to end up being, a 1 or a 6 regardless. And that's going to be complicated. But it is what it is. One of the things that I could do is put the 6 here, and that still would follow the diagonal and also the column. So I think I want to do that instead and get that extra point. Might as well make it worth it. And like I said, if you guys have any questions about the game or you're not sure about stuff, please don't hesitate to ask. I want to make sure that everyone who's watching this really enjoys it, because this is literally one of my favorite, if not my absolute favorite game to play, besides Minecraft. Okay, so we are looking at a new board, and I go first this round. We're in round 4 of 10. And thankfully, we got very lucky right now, because we have a red 2, a red 1, a yellow 3, a green 1, a blue 3, a purple 5, and a purple 1. And I had just said that it had to be a red 1 or a 6 to fit that one spot right here. It had to be a 1 or a 6. And we got the 1. And I'm so relieved because I was really genuinely worried. Now, the problem that we're going to face is that for this spot here, this is going to have to be a 4 or a 6. So we're going to have to keep our eyes out for a 4 or a 6 as a red. And that's going to be tough. But I think we'll be okay because there's still 1, 2, 3, 4. There's still 6 rounds left. So we might get lucky. Plus we have our tools that we could work with. So I'm not overly worried. But that 1 definitely has to be there. I have no choice in the matter. I can't take the risk of them taking it. And they took the red too that I wasn't going to be able to use anyway. And that's totally fine. That's perfectly fine. Now look at this right here. We are able to continue the diagonal with the purple 5. We're able to get another point on the board for the purple 5. Yes, we're kind of ignoring right now the colors and stuff, but yeah, so we're going to go here. Surfer Chick says, oh my god, I was just going to turn off the TV and the news was on. Jersey says that Wednesday and Thursday it's supposed to snow 16 inches. Okay. Well, thankfully, I don't know if any of you guys heard about this, or any of you peeps heard this. Peep this, yo, as we say. As of tomorrow, my office is on a work from home schedule. Whereas the majority of my coworkers will be home and only a skeleton crew will be in. My one coworker and I, because we're the most experienced in our department, we are actually taking turns in rotating, being in the office and being home. And so, just give me 1 second, I want to explain this. So I'll be going in 2 days a week and then rotating the third day, or two days and then rotating the third day, as will my coworker. So I hopefully will be home. I'll be home Thursday for sure. But if it's super snowing on Wednesday, my boss is going to send us home without question, because he's not going to have us risk it. So, wahoo, I guess. If it snows 16 inches, I'm gonna lose my biscuits. But I'm not supposed to be in the office on the rotating day till next year, so it just worked out that way. And speaking of working out that way, oh my gosh, look at this. Look at how lucky we are right now. Look at this. Look at this. I'm shook. I just said we needed a 4 or a 6 that was red, and we have a red 6. I need hype in chat. Please give me hype in chat right now, because I am giddy as I am giddy. The coffee's kicked in. Y'all are in trouble. The coffee kicked in. Oh, it's gonna be one of those days, isn't it? Okay. So, thank you, Donut. All right. So, in any event, so we had the red 6. We now have a yellow 4, a blue 1, a purple 4, and a purple 2. Now, again, we need to get more colors on the board. We really honestly do. We need to get more colors on the board. We still need a yellow and we still need blue. Um okay. So, let's see. Um Surfer says it's like 1 to 3 inches Wednesday during the day, 8 to 12 inches at night, and an inch Thursday. Like what? Well, we're gonna have to see. My brother-in-law is a uh, meteorologist, like an amateur meteorologist, but he's been doing it for like longer than I've known him, and he's really accurate. So I'm gonna have to go and make sure to ask him what's going on. Now, with the yellow 4, the blue 1, and the 2 purples, the 4 and the 2, we have a lot of different possibilities that we could do here. What I want to do is make sure to continue filling in all the restrictions. Obviously, the 3 restriction and the red restriction are not going to happen. The 6 restriction isn't going to happen because I can't get there yet. And we're doing great with the columns right now. We really are. One of the things that I could do is I could put this yellow 4 in this column and finish that off and get 4 points. That would be fine. We can put the blue 1 here and finish that restriction and have one more color, and we would just need what would we need? We would need green. We haven't seen green yet. Green hasn't come our way. What I think I want to do is put this 1 here, get this restriction out of the way. It's going to mess up with all the diagonals, but it's fine. We don't necessarily need all the diagonals. We need to make sure those restrictions are filled in. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to let Salazar and Teresa finish their turn. The yellow 4 is going to go into the round track, and we're going to start round 6. Okay, so we are now looking at a red 4, a yellow 5, a yellow 2, a green 6, a green 1, and a blue 2. Okay, so we have a lot of different options here. With the red square, we know that it can be anything we want it to be, except a 3 or a 1. We have a red 4, and we should probably finish off this diagonal and get an additional 4 points for the red and then another point for the public diagonal. And that would be totally fine. We can focus on putting in purple, we can focus on putting in blue. If the blue 2 comes back to us, that's where that's going to go. It's going to go right there, and that's fine. I think we're good that way. And obviously, if you all... Oh, and the blue 2 is automatically gone. Oh, well. But if there's anything... Hey, Julie. Good morning. How are you? Come on in. Make yourself at home, my dear. Okay. What can we do here? What can we do here? It's going to mess up the diagonal, but it's fine. We're going to put in... Hold on. What can we do? Seriously, what can we do? You know what? Let's put in this green 6. Because we don't have a green yet. Because I think we have all 5 colors at least. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we have all 5 colors. So we're getting 4 points by putting this 6 here. But we're also adding 4 points for this column. This column's going to be completely done. So we're going to take that. That's fine. Julie, this game is called Sagrada. It's a dice game. We have a physical copy. And you're basically placing dice on the board to recreate a stained glass window like you see in churches and stuff. And you're just trying to fill the board in. And there are different things, like you see the 6 and the 2 and the 3 here. I have to find dice that fit those those things so that I can put them in there. And I have to follow two things. One, I can't put a colored a green next to a green, and I can't put a 6 next to a 6, for example. So I can't put a color next to the same color, and I can't put a number next to the same number on top of all that. So let's see. I have a red 1, I have a yellow 6, a yellow 2, a green 3, a green 2, a blue 4, and a purple 1. Okay, so big yikes. Okay, not the end of the world here. Not the end of the world. Um, what I think I want to do in this instance is plunk down the yellow 2 here. Because I can't put the yellow 3. I have these open over here, which is fine. And I want to try and get to that 6. I need to open this up and get it in there somehow. So if the yellow 6 comes back to me, then I will be able to put it there. If it doesn't, I could take it from the round track, and that would be fine. I would prefer not to do that, but let's see what happens. We really want to try and get everything open to the board. Excellent. That yellow 6 has come back to us. Now, I could easily take this red 1 and put that here, but I really want to make sure that that requirement is fulfilled. So I'm going to put that there. Now, this also helps with the limitation, with the restriction of colors and numbers. So for this spot here below the 6, I would need a green, a purple, or a red that is a 3, a 4, or a 5. And then up here, I would need a 1, 4, or 5 that is anything other than purple and yellow. So that's actually opened up some possibilities. The 3 down here, it just can't be red or green. So there's more possibilities here. And we have 3 rounds to go. So my hope is that we'll be able to get that squared away. We'll see what happens. Plus, by putting the 6 up there, I've added an extra point to my final total. And so that's kind of what you're always thinking about. You're always thinking about how to move forward with it and how to get ahead in that respect. Okay, so no 3. Interesting. Okay, there's no 3 there. Ooh, okay. All right, the 5s are almost absolutely useless to me, but they kind of are and kind of aren't. The 4 is the 4 isn't useless either. So I think what I'm going to do first is I'm going to put this 5 here because the row colors and numbers are insignificant. It's the columns we're worried about. So this blue 5 here is perfectly fine because it's not going to interfere with the columns at all. And that'll fill that in. We don't have a 3 to work with, and we're just going to have to deal with it. That's fine. So let's kick that off. Now I can't place the 2s here. I can't place the 5, and I can't place the 4 because I don't want to interfere with this column. So I have to look over to this side right here. What I think I'm going to do in this instance is I'm going to plunk down this 2 right here because that's going to give me an extra point for the diagonal for the public objective. Because I can't put the purple, and I don't want to put the 5. And there's another 2 right here that's useful, but it's not needed. I think this will do just fine. So let's see what rounds 9 and 10 give us. And for those of you just joining, good morning, or at this point afternoon my time. This is Sagrada. This is a wonderful dice game. You can actually get a physical copy. This I got from Steam. It's by Floodgate Games, and they gave me permission to stream it. Just asked me to mention that it's a thing, and I'm happy to do it because I really love this game. This is one of my favorite games of all time. We have a red 5 we have a red 2, a yellow 6, a yellow 2, a purple, not purple, green. I know my colors, I swear. Thank you for the follow, Queenly Khan. We have so much royalty here today. We have Huffle King, we have Donut King, and now we have a queen. So I am blessed by the royalty visiting this morning. So welcome, your majesties. Come on in, make yourself at home. Let's see. We have a green 4 and a blue 5. Okay. So what do we have here? We have no 3, which is disconcerting. And if we find that we're stuck on round 10 with no 3, we're going to have to go into the round track to go get it. Because if, as you can see up on the top, we have a yellow 3 that will fit there nicely. The and there's me too, Surfer. You, um, so we have the red 5, we have the red 2, and all this and that. The blue 5 is not going to work on that last corner. It's not, because we have a blue right there. The yellow 2 and the yellow 6 are not going to work because they would be right next to the yellows. What we can do, because we're also looking at the columns. Oh, hi, level 10. Good afternoon. How are you? So here's what we're going to do, okay? Here's what we're going to do. We're going to take this, we're going to look at this for 1 second, knowing that there are 2 turns before we get to go again. We could put, hold on. We could, no. The only one that would work, the only die we would be able to put in to this area right here would be the green 4. Because the green 4 would fit this space. And it would also give us an extra point. But with the red 5, which I am going to put here, the red 5 is not only going to give us the extra point for the public diagonal objective, it's going to add 5 points for our private objective, which is the sum of values on red dice. And it's also going to give us 4 points for the columns with no repeated values, because we have 6, 5, 1, and 4. So that ideally is the best spot. Now I could go ahead and use one of my pips. I can use this one that says after your first turn, immediately draft a die. And I might actually do that so that I can guarantee getting that green 4. And you know what? After your first turn, immediately draft a die. I'm going to do that. I'm going to take that green 4 and I'm going to put that there, and then we're good. We are totally good. And I've set myself up for success in this later round. And only having spent one of my bonus point things, one of my pips. Good afternoon, Ian. Enjoy the lurk. I meant to pop into your stream earlier today. If you're not already following Eons, go do it, because he's delightful. It would help if I did the command right. That would be great. There we go. He's a variety streamer. He's been streaming for a couple of months now, and he's just outstanding. I love what he does, and I love what he brings to the table when he plays every single time. I catch his streams whenever I can, and I know him in quote unquote in real life too. We've known each other for about 10 years now, and just go. You'll thank me later. Just go follow him. Okay, so we have 2 red 5s, a green 5, 2 blue 6s, a purple 4, and a purple 1. Okay, so no 3s. No 3s. That is detrimental. However, not the end of the world. In this instance, what we're going to have to do is take the purple 4, because I'm going first this round, thankfully. We're going to take the purple, not the purple 4, the purple 1. We're going to take the purple 1. Here's why. Number 1, we're still looking at those objectives. The purple 1 is going to add an extra point for the public objective of the diagonals. Perfect. it's also going to give us 4 points for the columns being what they are. And we've been doing amazing at the columns. I have to say, this has been one of my better games. You guys are inspiring me, I swear. So we're gonna play that. We know there's no 3 on the board. We need a 3 to finish. We need the 3 to finish. So what we're going to do is we are going to use lens cutter. We're going to use lens cutter. We're going to take out the blue 6 and we're going to take the yellow 3. And we're going to put the yellow 3 right there. We're not going to really get... We're saving ourselves losing points for not finishing the board. But in doing so, we've also gained 4 points for that column because a 5, a 2, a 6, and a 3. So this easily was one of the best plays I've ever had. And yeah, I'm really pleased. Okay, there we go. I only used 2 favor tokens too, which is 3 tokens, which is brilliant. 19, 19, okay. 8. So 8 points for the color objective. $20 points for the shade objective. And a lot of points for the red objective. So this easily was one of the best plays I ever had, with 73 points as opposed to 49 for second place. So GG everybody, we did a really good job right there. So beautiful, just like beautiful. That's probably the best play I've ever had. So awesome. Thanks, Julie. I appreciate that. Thank you, Bad Monkey. Okay, so we've completed that one. We're gonna move on. Let's see. We're gonna move on. We finished Industria. We're now gonna move on to Firmitas. Looks like it's very heavy purple. So that's gonna be interesting. I haven't figured out how to flip these because the way it works is that you notice that there's a little thing on the bottom. The boards that you get in the physical game, you can flip them over and they have different difficulties on each one. Usually it's a 3 pip or a 5 pip or 6 pip. I always play 5 or 6 because I'm weird like that. So for this game, we are looking at shades of green dice. So we're going to have to focus on green dice. That's fair enough. Our tools are tap wheel, which says move up to 2 dice of the same color that match the color of a die on the round track. And so this is a very good later game tool. Because if you try to play this early game, your options are going to be exceptionally limited. There's cork-backed straight edge, which is draft a die, then place it in a spot that is not adjacent to another die. You must obey all other placement restrictions. So this is good mid-game in that it's very good mid-game in that if you have a numerical or color restriction and you can't get to it because you haven't reached that part of the board, that is really good if you have something and you know it's like mid-late game and you can't get there. That's a good one. And then Flux Brush, draft a die, then re-roll it. If it cannot be placed, return it to the draft pool. That is a very that is a tricky one, I'll be honest, because you're basically hoping that you get the roll that you need, and 9 times out of 10 it's not gonna happen. Just gonna tell you that right now. It's not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. So you probably won't see me use Flux Brush, but I will probably use the other 2. So the public objectives, deep shades, sets of 5 and 6. So every time a 5 and a 6 are on the board, for every pair of 5 and 6, that's 2 points. Then there's medium shades of values of 3 and 4. So 5s and 6s and 3s and 4s. And then row shade variety. So we saw column shade previous game. This time it's the row, where it's going to be rows with no repeated values. So there are thankfully no color restrictions other than what's on the board, but the numerical ones are going to be tricky, especially if I'm trying to get 5s and 6s and 3s and 4s. We're going to have to see how 1s and 2s play into this. Now, green is our primary color, but the board color restriction is purple, so that also is going to be a little bit tricky. Excuse me. And looking at the board the way that it is now, I have... Oof. Alrighty. What do we have here? We have 2 red 3s, 2 yellow 5s, a yellow 4, and a green 6. So this board isn't too bad to start. It's not ideal, but it's still something. What I think I want to do first is play the green 6 in the 6 requirement, because the majority of the remaining dice are yellow, are 5s and 3s. So either way, I'm going to have a place to put these. So I'm not too worried about that. I worry about the lack of purple, but if I can get the 5 here or the yellow or the 3 here, then all this stuff opens up. Like all these spaces here, all this opens up. If I put the 5, these spaces here open up, as do these. So there are some options. I'm ideally hoping for the 3, because the 3 will give me a lot more wiggle room than the 5, but we'll see. Let's see what happens. And both the 5s are taken. Totally fine. We're good. We're totally good. And by the way, because I placed that green 6, we automatically have 6 points for the end of the game because of the green dice. So obviously our next play here would be the red 3. Because we want to fill in those requirements as soon as possible. Okay, then the yellow 4 goes into the round track. We start round 2. I go first. We are looking at a red 6, a red 2, a green 4, a blue 6, blue 4, blue 1, purple 1. Okay, so we have the 1 purple already, and we have the green 4. Well, we need to fill in the purple requirements. So I think we'll put the purple here and hope that the green 4 comes back to us, because there are some places we could put it. If not, we'll see what happens. That was a smart play. Okay. So we have a blue 6 and a red 2. Well, automatically, to me, we want to fill in the requirements. So we'll put in the red 2 here. And so far, so good. We are adhering to the 5-point rows with no repeated values so far, but I have to keep an eye on that. I have to be mindful of that. The blue 6, meanwhile, goes into the round track, and we move on to round 3. And in this round, I'm going to have both of my turns in a row. So I'm going to have a better options than I do in other rounds. So what are we looking at here? We are looking at a lot of purple, and that is ideal. That's what we want. A green 3, a blue 2, a purple 5, a purple 4, and a purple 2. Well, we don't want to put the purple 5 here or here because we are surrounded by 5 restrictions, and that's going to make them moot, and we can't have that. So what we're going to do here, because we want to get that requirement filled in, we're going to put a purple 4 here. Okay. Wait, no. We're going to put the purple... Wait. Shoot! Oh, no. We can't put the purple 2 or the purple 5. Oh, nuts. Okay. Okay. Not the end of the world. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. So we will at least fill in the purple 4, and that's okay. But we're going to have to take the green 3 because we want the greens. We want green. And we have the 3s and 4s and 5s and 6s. So yeah, that was kind of painful right there. The purple 2 would have been perfect here, honestly. The purple 2 would have been perfect here. Do I want to do it now, though? Move up to 2 dice of the same color, match a color die. It's this one. This one's already been used, so I would have to pay 2 pips for it. That's disappointing. But I think that's going to be the best play because this 5 can be anything other than green or purple, and that would be all right. But that is tough. Watching two purples hit the watching two purples hurts. But it's fine. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out somehow. I could probably get away with doing stuff with the round track now. I can't even move the 1. I could move the 4, but that's not going to do anything. However, oh, that's brilliant. Okay. So, there's no 5 here. There's a red 3, a green 4, a green 2, a purple 4, a purple 4, and a purple 3. Well, automatically, what I'm going to do is place this purple 4 here because we need to get these purples done. And then if that purple 3 comes back, then that's going to go in the spot diagonally to the right of the purple 4, and that's going to finish the purple requirement. I'm not going to have to worry about purple for the rest of the game, which is ideally what I'm looking to do. There are no 1s, and there's a 4, but just one thing at a time. Okay, so the purple 4 came back. Urgh! Poop. That's unfortunate. And annoying. Okay, not the end of the world, though. Not the end of the world. Okay, so we know that the rows with no repeated values. So the 4 going in either of these is not going to work. We could put a purple 4 here, but we have greens as our objective. So I think what I want to do is put the green 4 here, because it's not interfering with the numerical. It's giving us the 4 for here, because we have the 2 points here, and then it's gonna make this a blue or yellow, yellow, or purple. So that's not too bad. But yeah, we're already in trouble because now we're skipping a 3rd purple. We're in trouble. But I'm not worrying about it. Not worrying about it. Okay, let's see. Red 4, red 3, yellow 4, green 5, 2 blue 4s, and a purple 2. Okay, so we have some options here. Not many, but some. The purple 2 is what we wanted for this space. So I'm not going to take any chances. I'm going to put that there, and we're not going to have to worry about purples for the rest of the game. I am hoping that that green 5 comes back to us, because we could put that in the bottom section, which it's not going to, obviously. And that was the risk that I took. Getting the purple done was more important. So instead, what I want to do is I want to take this blue 4, because it's going to be the last 4 of the row, put that there, and call it a day. Because I can't put I could put the red 3 here too, but something tells me that getting that 4 done was more important. Alright, so now we're at round 6. I get 2 turns in a row. So we're going to wait and see what's there in front of me as I sip my coffee. Okay, we have a red 1, a green 5, a green 4, a green 2, and a blue 4. Oh, that's terrible. Not ideal in the slightest. But we can still place the green 5. So we're not out of the woods yet. That's fine. And then we can go ahead and place the red 1 right here. Oh, Queenly. Yeah, let me tell you, I have really good coffee this morning. I don't remember what I ground. I think it was the rest of my Knocking Point coffee, because I still have some from the subscription. Hi, Phantom. Thank you for the host. Um, but I have this sugar-free pumpkin creamer that's a pumpkin spice creamer that's just amazing. I love it so much. It's actually my go-to. It's my go-to this time of year. I'll drink that all winter. Not the creamer straight. That's a little much. But I love it in coffee. Okay, so what do we have in front of us this round? We have a yellow 6. Oh, Queenly. Yeah, hazelnut during the rest of the year? Yes, please. Give me more of it. Let's see. We have a yellow 6, a yellow 2, a green 1, a purple 4, a purple 2, and a purple 1. Okay. So, hmm. So we have some options here. The 5s are not going to happen. Well, the 1 5. Um, and we want this to be different numerically. So this is going to end up being a 6 because there's no way, because it would be a 3 or a 6. This is going to be a 6. So what I think I want to do for now is I want to take this purple one because I can't play the green one, get that requirement done, or restriction out of the way. Surfer says, I just got Starbucks caramel macchiato creamer. It's so good. Oh, I can only imagine. Their stuff is so good. Okay. Looking at this now, I said this needed to be a 6 because we can't have it as a 3. And this yellow 6 is perfect. So that's going to nestle in nicely. That's going to finish our row. That's going to give us 5 points. This here we know is going to be a 5 or a 6. We know this is going to be a 5. We know this is going to be a 3. So there are still some options here. I could have easily placed the 2 up here because this is going to be a 2 or a 5. But we still have 3 rounds to go, so I'm not worried. I'm not worried right now. There's some magic that can happen here. So again, focusing on the restrictions is the best thing, and everything else is just going to be everything else is secondary. So that purple 4 went into the round track. I get to go first this round. And this is going to be beautiful because I not only have a red 5, but I also have a blue 5. I have a yellow 3, a red 2, a yellow 2, a green 3, and a blue 2. So automatically, the first thing I want to do is fill in that 5 requirement. Because I want to fill in that 5 requirement. So we're going to do that right off the bat. Just get it done. The 3 requirement, I have 2 options to do that, so I'm not worried, as long as they both don't disappear. And they probably will. And they didn't. Wow, I'm shocked. I'll be honest. So what I'm going to do in this instance then is I'm going to automatically finish the 3 requirement so that all of my requirements are done. I just have to figure out the rest of the spaces. I'm not even going to dilly-dally. I'm just going to get that requirement clean out of the way. Now, this is round 9. I'm going to have 2 turns in a row. Let's see what Teresa and Miguel give me to work with. They've given me a red 1, a green 5, a blue 6, a blue 2, and a blue 1. That's perfectly fine. We know in this first row, to get the 5 points, it has to be a 2 or a 5 that is not green or red. We have a blue 2, so that's going to finish that off splendidly. So we're just going to plunk that in automatically. Done. Done and dusted. So now we still have 3 spaces left and 1 round to go. And we're looking at the rows. We know that the second row here needs to have a 2, a 1, a 2, and a 6. A 1, 2, and 6. Somewhere in here. This needs a 5 or a 6. So I could choose the blue 1 to go here, or I could choose the green 5 to go here, and those are both viable options. I think because of the green private objective, the green 5 is going to be the best bet here. And it's also going to open up some possibilities in terms of color variety. I know that numerically I'm restricted, but color-wise, I'm going to have 3 different colors to work with. So again, I'm not too worried. I'm also looking at the fact that this is going to give me 5 more points because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've I've achieved that numerical objective of rows with no repeated values. And we did that in the first row. We did that in the top row. We're going to do that again in the third row. So, boom. Okay, perfect. So now we're just waiting for them to finish up. Oof. Okay, so we know Teresa's not going to finish their board. And Miguel still has 2 restrictions, so they're kind of stuck. Alright, so here's what we have in front of us. We have a red 4, we have a yellow 4, a green 5, a green 2, a blue 1, and a purple 1. So honestly, not exactly ideal, but we can work with it. What I think I want to do is I can't place the 4s because I could play because the 4 is here. We need a 1, a 2, or a 6. The green 2 is out because it can't be next to a green. That's unfortunate. And the 1s are here. So the only option we have is to play one of the 1s. Do we want to play the blue one or do we want to play the purple? Before we do that though, we can try to do the tap wheel, which is move up to 2 dice of the same color that match a color of the die on the track, which we could totally do. We could move... What would we move, though? If we did that. We wouldn't be able to move much of anything, really. We could move the purple 2 up here and then slide the 5 over. But then that wouldn't do anything for us, really. So I think this one isn't going to work. We have this one, which says draft a die and re-roll it, but that's taking the chance. So we could look at moving dice. Like, we could move this 4. We could move that 4 to over here. Like, okay, so let's try it. Let's see what we can do. If we move this 4 over here, we could put the 1 there. Like, if we put the 1 here, right? If we did that, then the blue 1 could go here. No, that wouldn't work. That wouldn't work. Okay, so we have to walk through this a little bit. We have to walk through it. We know that this is a 3. That's not going to help us any. We know that this is blank. So let's say we did this, right? This isn't a requirement. But this has to be a 6 or a 3. So this would have to move as well, and it wouldn't be able to. Unless no, go. I'm doing something. Go. Hold on. So let's say I'd use this. I don't know why it's not letting me do it. Oh, because I can't put the 3 there. That's right. Okay, so this can't move yet. But I know that's a 3 restriction. So if I were to move... See, I could move... I can't. I can't. That's poopy. I don't like that. See, if I move the 2 up there, that's not going to do anything either. So I I might have to try to draft a die, honestly. Because if I put that there... I could... Ugh, this is rough. Okay. So I would have to take this blue and re-roll it and hope that it comes out to a 6 or a 2. Or this yellow, yeah, this either the yellow or the blue, because I can't place the green. That's really tough, y'all. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. And that's if the blue comes back. That's the funny part. Well, it would be the blue or the yellow. Honestly, it would be the blue or the yellow. Because I could move this blue 4. Wait! Wait, yes! Yes, yes, I could move the blue 4. If I move the blue 4 here, that would leave me with the 5 restriction. Oh, that's bad. That's bad. No. Ugh. Ah, poop. Yeah, because if I move this, wait, hold on, why is, okay, yeah, so if I moved this up there, I'd still have the 4 restriction. Well, it says move up to 2 dice, so if I move this up here, that would be fine, because then I would use the yellow and put the yellow here. No, I would put the red here and then the yellow there. No, wait, shoot, it can't be 4. Why would this move? This wouldn't be able to move. But I could still put the yellow 4 there. The only thing I would be able to do is re-roll the purple. That's a risk I'm willing to take. Stop doing that. Alright, we're gonna try it. We're gonna see what happens. I'm glad we walked through that. That was tough. Okay, so... And that left me with 3 colors I can't use. Dang it. Well, actually... I don't have enough pips, because what I would have to do is move the 6. I should have moved the 6 as well. That was a bad play on my part. I should have moved the 6 and then re-rolled the red. So I can't play any of this. So this is going to be empty. That's unfortunate. But you know what? We tried. We tried. It was good. It was a good try. Very good try. So that's totally fine. That's totally fine. We did our best. We did our best. You know what? It's fine. It's totally okay. Alright, let's see what happens. I was able to get 15 points from the row variety, so that's good. I'll take it. Oh, I managed to squeak out a victory! Oh, I did it! Just squeaked it. Just squeaked it. 3 points. Yay! We did it! Alright, everybody. I am I'm gonna take a quick. It's been an hour. I'm gonna take a quick health and safety break. I'm gonna go stretch my legs for a minute and grab some water. So I'm gonna leave you. Let me continue. We'll get our 3 stars. Awesome. And I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throw on some some music real quick. Let me go in here and mute this real fast. And I'm gonna play some music for you. We're gonna chill. And that's really loud in my ears. I'm gonna take a health and safety break for about 2 to 3 minutes. So go ahead, stretch your legs, grab another drink. I'll be back in a few. Oh, it would help if I actually unmuted my mic. Oh, sorry about that. But basically, what I said was, this is going to be our last game of the session because I do have some stuff I need to do around the house. Thank you, Queenly. Thank you. Everyone always comes here and is entertained at my expense. So I'm glad to see that I am still upholding my brand very well. But yeah, so Manatee Gag, my husband and I, we have a bunch of Christmas decorating to do. We have some Christmas shopping we have to do. No, we're not going out for it. It's fine. And I'm really excited to get the tree up and to get the house a little more in order and stuff like that. And I figured streaming now would be a good way to kind of wake myself up and get going. Because the holidays are this time of year is my favorite time of year holiday wise, just because of what it is and the merriment around it. And I want to talk a little bit more about that as the game progresses. But let's get into this game. It's a very yellow heavy board with a lot of restrictions around the edges. So we're in for a tough time. This is going to be a tough board to complete, but I think between all of us, I think we can get it. Our private objective this game is Shades of Purple, which is very fitting because we saw that so much on the last game. We saw so much purple on the board that it's only fitting that it wouldn't be anywhere on this board either. Yellow is our color restriction for this board. So purple's going to be interesting to add in there. The tools we're going to use for this particular game are tap wheel, which we tried to see in use last game, which is the moving two color dice of the same color of a die on the round track, obeying all placement restrictions. We have grinding stone this time. Where was this last game? That says draft a die, then flip it to its opposite side, so 6 becomes 1, 5 to 2, 4 to 3, etc. And then grozing pliers, which we haven't seen yet today. Draft a die, then increase or decrease its value by 1, however, 1 may not change to 6, and 6 cannot change to 1. So that's fair enough. Our public objectives, we saw the color diagonals the first game we played, the count of the diagonally adjacent same color dice. That's going to actually be helpful with all the yellows that we have to place on this board. The column color variety, columns with no repeated colors. So repeating the numerical value is totally fine, and that's going to actually be easier in my opinion to not have to repeat the colors. And then light shades, sets of 1 and 2 anywhere. So we saw 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 last game. Now it's 1 and two's turn. So we're in for a treat. So let's see. Here's the board. We have a yellow in the top left corner and then a yellow diagonal across, a 3 diagonal across the bottom right. So this is going to be tough. And I'm playing with 3 other people this time. So there are going to be more dice. But I get my 2 turns in a row right off the bat. So I have a red 5, a red 3, a green 4 and 3, a blue 5, and a purple 4. Well, automatically, with the 2 turns I have in front of me, I already see that having adjacent, or diagonally adjacent, I should say, 5 restrictions is going to be tough because that diagonal is going to be moot, point-wise. However, it needs to get done because again, we want the restrictions to be limited as much as possible, or at least completed as much as possible. So what I think I want to do first is I want to play the blue 5 in the corner to get that restriction out of the way. And we still need purple, and purple's going to come into play at some point. So my option is to play either the purple 4 in this corner or the green 3 in this diagonal to get that restriction out of the way. I think I might want to play the red 5, so there's options. Even though purple is my color, I think what I want to do is get this 5 over here because that's going to open up all these spaces. This entire thing is all going to be opened now. Because if I had played the 4, we would have only had the area just around it to work with. Putting the red 5 is going to open all of this up. And so that is going to be my best play. And I'm playing against Irene, Salazar, and Diego. And this is the first game where I'm playing with more than 2 AI characters, so there's an additional layer of difficulty in terms of how many dice will be available to me when the time comes. And I'm going to wait until my turn to see what's left as they take their turns. Okay, so for this round, it's my turn right now. Diego is going to go twice, and then I'm going to go again. Because the way that the turns work when you're playing this as the board game is that if you're playing with 4 people, the order of turns is 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that's why every couple of rounds you're going to see a player go twice in a row. Or every turn somebody's going to go twice in a row because it's like it's like a snake and then it goes like a snake and then comes back around. So Diego being fourth, as it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, Salazar, Irene, then myself, then him, then it's gonna go in reverse. So that's a thing. We have a yellow, and we can immediately get a yellow off the board. We have a red 4, a red 1, a yellow 6, a green 1, a blue 6, a blue 5, and a blue 2. Well, we need to get yellows on the board somehow. So I think this yellow 6 is going to be perfect right there. It's going to be perfect right there. So let's do that. That's going to open up this space here that we can't use just yet, but I'm not worried about it all that much. And remember, we're looking at columns for colors. Rows are irrelevant. So if I wanted to place that blue 5 or that blue 2 right there, I totally could. I'm not, but I could. Let's see what Diego picks and then wait for it to come back to us. And of course, he took the 2. He took the 2, that jerk. That's totally fine. That's totally fine. So our options now are not necessarily limited, but they are a challenge. One of the things that I do appreciate is that this yellow could be anything other than 5 or 6. And that's going to come into play later. This restriction is moot. This restriction is moot. I could spread out here if I wanted to. Again, looking at the diagonals the way that I am, I want to try and get points on the board diagonally. So I think this red 4 is going to be perfect right here because that's going to play into the diagonal objective. Because we want to think about those objectives, both the private and the public. So I think we'll do that. And you'll notice, because we have more players, there are 2 extra dice that are given out. There's always at least 1 left over, but yeah. Okay, so this is really good right now. We have a red 5, a red 1, a yellow 3, and a yellow 1. We have a green 2, a blue 6, a purple 3, and a purple 1. We want to get the restrictions out of the way. And the best way we're going to do that is we are going to play the purple 3. Because again, we want to get those extra points and we want to fulfill those requirements. So the purple 3 is going to go first. And we'll see what comes back to us because we have to wait our turn. Okay. So this is exactly what I was hoping for, because we have the red 5, we have the yellow 3, and the purple 1. The purple 1 is kind of moot right now, and even though we want to get extra purple points, we need to fill in the requirements, or the restrictions. So this yellow 3 is going to go right here, and it's going to fit perfectly. It's going to give us an extra point, but it's also going to make sure that that 6 can be any color other than yellow. And that is ideal. If we could get a red 6, that would be perfection, because then this space above the 5 can be anything we want except for a red 5. It could be any color, a 1, a 3, or a 4. So that's what we're looking for ideally. So I'm excited about that. For those of you just joining, good afternoon. I keep wanting to say good morning because I started this at 11:30. But I'm NJ. It's good to see you. Good to have you. Welcome. Come on in. Make yourself at home. Let's see. Round 4. I go first, and look at that. It's serendipitous, everybody, because the first die on the left is a red 6, and I just said a red 6 would have been the perfect thing for this. So I'm not even going to hesitate. I'll tell you what else is here real quick, but that red 6 is automatically getting placed. Like, no lie. That's it. Done. So what we have in front of us is a red 4, a yellow 5, a yellow 2, a blue 5, blue 4, blue 2, yellow, purple 3, purple 1. So we have so many options. We have so many options to play right now. I'm so excited. This is wonderful. So we're gonna get we're gonna get that red 6 right in there. We're not gonna waste any time. We're gonna see what happens. We're taking our turn last. We had it first, but now we're last. So we've been left with a yellow 5 and a purple 3. As much as I want us to have the purple options, we need to fill in the requirements. So I'm going to take this yellow 5, place that there. That's not going to do any real harm in the rest of this right now. And we're still continuing with these columns and how the columns are different colors. So we're still good there. We are doing really, really well. So we're going to just like plunk that in there, get that purple 3 in the round track, and we're going to start the next round. But as I was saying before, though, the holidays are coming. We're 12 days away from Christmas. And first, before I even say anything else, if you are observing Hanukkah this week, I hope that you are having a very blessed holiday. I know this year, we all know that this year was beyond difficult for the majority of us for various reasons, myself included. And I very much hope that this holiday, whatever holiday you end up observing this month, if any, whether it's Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Christmas, what have you, I really hope that you are all able to find joy at it somehow in this season. I really do. Okay, what are we looking at right now? We are looking at a bunch of different things right here. We have a yellow 3, a green 3, a green 1, a blue 5, a purple 5, and a purple 4. Now the columns cannot be, the columns have to be different colors. And so far we're really doing well with that. I have 2 turns in a row, so I have to make this count. Queenly says, fried chicken and hazelnut coffee make for an interesting combination. Yeah, that they do. That's like a weird twist on, if you had a waffle, that would probably be alright. So let's see. I think what I want to do first is to I want to play this yellow 3. Well, actually, no, hold on. Let's think about this for a second. We have this 4 restriction that we need to get out of the way. So let's place the purple 4 here. Let's place the purple 4 here, because that restriction is going to be taken care of. We can get to this yellow restriction, and that will open up a lot of different things. And we could play the purple 5 here, and I think that would be okay. If we played the purple 5 here, we would just have to get a purple 2 if we wanted. It won't be necessary. And if we had to, we could probably figure out how to switch things around, because we could do that with this. We could figure it out. So I'm going to let that go, and then I'm going to play the last yellow restriction. Actually, no, No, I want to get as many points on the board. Let's play this 5, because we're looking at the columns, not the rows now. We're looking at columns for color. I think we're okay. And this opens up, this pretty much opens up the rest of the board. The rest of the board is now fair game. and it's already round 5. So we're fine. Queenly says, despite the terrible year, I'm actually in the process of adopting a child. Oh, that is wonderful. First off, thank you for that because it's, you know, kids need homes too, and that's just wonderful. That's wonderful. My fingers are crossed that it is a smooth process for you, and that is a smooth process for you. I don't know if you have a significant other, but if you do, I hope it's I hope that you both have a smooth process and that they can um, that whomever you end up adopting is able to come home to you as soon as possible. Okay, so I am third this round. So I'll be going again after Diego takes his 2 turns. I have a red 1, a yellow 5, a green 1, a purple 3, a purple 3, and then a blue 6 and a blue 5. The purple 3s are wonderful, but kinda useless to me right now, and that's totally fine. Oh, Queenly says I don't have a significant other. We split not long ago. Thank you for your endearing words. Well, I will send good thoughts your way regardless. I hope that it's a smooth process. All right, so what can we do here? The yellow 5 I can't play here. The red 1 I could, but that would negate the column. The green 1 I could, but I could also play the green or the red 1 here. There's no 2, so I can't play anything there just yet, and that's not ideal, but it's whatever. So I think what I want to do first is play the yellow 5 and get that restriction out of the way. I want to get that done. And I'm going to just plunk that right there. No, oh yeah, because Diego has to go. Okay, so now we're left with the green 1, blue 6, and 2 purple 3s. The purple 3s I can't really play anywhere, because if I put a purple 3 in that 4th column, that's going to negate the 5 points, and we don't want that. So what I think I want to do is I think I might want to play the blue 6. I think I want to play the blue 6 here. Because then this can be any color almost. Again, worrying about the restrictions. I could play the green 1, but if something else comes along that's more useful, especially because it's only round 6, that might be better. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I might have made a boo-boo, and that's fine. That I might have made a boo-boo, but we'll see. Okay. So I go second this round. Let's see what I have in front of me. Okay. So there okay, so again, we're in serendipity land. I have a red 4, a yellow 5 and 1, a green 6 and 4, a blue 2, a purple 5, and a purple 2. And I had said that if I was going to place another purple, I would want it to be a 2 because that will give me 3 points. 1 for the diagonal and then 2 for it being a 2. I could also play it here, right? I could play it here, but that would negate the column issue. So that's not going to work. So we're just gonna let that go. And we'll see what comes back to us later. Okay. So I have been left with a purple 4, a yellow 5, and a green 6. Okay. Not exactly ideal, but not terrible. What I think I'm going to do in this respect, because I can't place the 4s really, I can't place the 4 anywhere, and the 5 is not going to work either. There's no place I can put the 5. So the green 6 is my option. I think what I want to do is place the green 6 here, finish off this column, get the 5 points, and then worry about this stuff later on. The 1 and the 2 restriction have me slightly worried, but I think we'll be okay. I think we'll be okay. because we do have these down here, and I can use up to 3 of them depending on which ones are used. So now we're in round 8. I am going first. I have a yellow 4, a green 6, 2 green 3s, a blue 6, 2 blue 2s, a purple 5, and a purple 1. Okay. Well, first things first. Okay, I have to think about this for a second. The yellow 4 is not going to work anywhere, so I'm going to ignore it at this point. Well, actually, yeah, the yellow 4 is useless. The green 6 has options. The 2 green 3s have options. The blue 6 has options. The blue 2s have options. The purple 5 and the purple 1 are useless. So, again, we want to look at restrictions. So I think what I want to do is get the blue in there, get that done, and work my way up from there. Because I could put the blue 6 here, but then I wouldn't be able to use the 2. I wouldn't be able to. This would have to be green. Green or red, and that's fine. It would probably be green, because I would want to put a green up here. So there's that. Okay. So they left me with the purple 1 and the yellow 4. And that's not ideal. Not ideal in the slightest. So, but not the end of the world either. What I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to use grinding stone here. Honestly, because that's the only way I'm going to be able to place a die. Using grindstone would be able to take this 4, make it a 3, and then I would be able to place it here. Remembering that we're looking at the color requirement. I'd be able to get an extra point for the diagonal, which is fine. But my options are limited in that I'd have to look for greens, blues, and red. Maybe. So let's see how that pans out. That honestly was the best play I could have made. I think. And I think I get 2 turns this round as well, so that might help. I'm going to wait for the players to make their rounds, and then we're going to see what we end up with. I think I might be lucky. And wouldn't you know, I'm lucky. Okay, so this is a massively ideal round. This was better than I could have expected. First thing I'm going to do off the bat is play the red 1 and finish that requirement off completely. Because there's no guarantee I'm going to see a 1 in the next round. And that's going to finish that column. So that's going to give me 5 points for the color differential. So I've already got 10 points right there. I know that I don't have a lot of 1s and 2s. That's just how it went. So I'm going to get maybe 2 points from that public objective and just have to deal with it. So what I have left is a red 4, a yellow 5, 2 green 4s, and a green 3. So green is going to be my color of... Green and blue is going to be my color of choice here. Knowing that now I don't have to worry about restrictions, I just have to worry about the colors. The green 4s are going to be best over here. This is the only play I can make in terms of the 4s. The 3 I can put here or here. So a 1, a 3, and a 6 are going to work in these 2 spaces, but the 4s won't. So I'm going to put my 4 here. That's going to give me another 5 points for the color differential, and we're going to see what round 10 brings. But so far this is not a bad board so far. I'm actually very pleased with it. by the way, for those of you who might be new to the channel, if you really like what you're watching right now, this is just one of the games that I play. I also mainly play Minecraft, and I have a few other games that I'm throwing in as the weeks progress. I do Among Us on Fridays. I play Minecraft on Tuesdays. Um, but if you want to stay involved and you want to hang out after streams and stuff, I have a Discord. I would love to have you in there. That would be wonderful. You have no idea what you're watching. You're watching a game called Sagrada. It's one of my favorite games of all time. I love this game so much. Okay, so we have a red 5. We have a yellow 5 and a yellow 4, a blue 6 and a blue 5, and we have a purple 4 and a purple 1. Well, this is a mess. Honestly, this is an absolute mess. And we're gonna have to make it work. The per the blue 6 isn't gonna the blue 6 isn't gonna work. The blue 6 isn't gonna work there because we're gonna lose points. So we're gonna have to play the blue 6. We're gonna have to play the blue 6 here. Do I have a tool to pull down a green 1 from the wheel? No, I can. The tool that I have would be to move the dice around. Looking at what I have in front of me. Let's see. This one is. Hold on. Let's see what the tools are again. We have move up to 2 dice of the same color that match a color of a die on the round track. So we would be able to move purples, greens, and reds. So that's not too bad. We have one that says, we used it earlier, that says draft a die, then flip it to its opposite side. So 5 would become a 2. So the 5 would become a 2 and the 4 would become a 3. So I'd be able to take the yellow 4 and make it a 3, and that would fit here. But again, we want the colors to be different. A 5 would become... Would a 5 become a 2? Oh yeah, okay. So if we had one of these, and only these, that would be fine. The red could probably come into play here, but a 5... Oh, 5 would become a 2, but still we have a 2 here, so that's irrelevant. That's moot. So we would need both blues to finish this off. So that's a difficulty. And then we have draft a die, then increase or decrease its value by 1. So, wait a minute, hold on. If we increased the red to a 6, if we got the red back, that would be perfect. But we would still need the blue. So I think I'm going to play this, see what Diego picks. Let's look at Diego's board. Diego needs a purple, which he'd be able to play. He would do that to finish the requirement. And then, would he take the red? He could take the red. He can't take the blue. He can't take the blue at all. So hold on. Here's what we're going to do, because Diego has 2 turns. So what we're going to do is we're going to play this. We're going to make this a 6. And then it's going to go right there. And that would finish that. Then he can't play a blue. His colors are surrounded by blue, so neither of these are going to be touched. So I would be able to take that 6 and it would be fine. Boom! Got it! Got it! Yes! Yes! Fantastic! Oh, that's brilliant. Oh, I'm so glad I looked. Boom! Done. And look at this. We were able to get 20 points because every single row are different colors. Or every single column are different colors. We did it. We freaking did it. Yay! Oh, that's so good. That's so good. Oh, I'm so happy right now. Yay! We did it. Shenanigans is a good word for it. That's right. Oh, I love this game so much. I really do. Okay, so 2 favor tokens weren't used. 10 points for the diagonals. Okay. 15, 20. Oh, 25 points, because I can do math. 25 points for the columns. Not bad. I'm... Okay, so Irene's ahead of me. Irene beat me by 4 points. Oh, we did that so well, though. I'm not gonna hate on it. I'm not gonna hate on it. That was brilliantly done. Brilliantly done. That's just too good. I'm sorry. No. That's fine. That's totally fine. That's totally fine. I'm gonna take it and run. I'm gonna take it and run. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that was a little bit bonkers. Oh gosh. That's kind of funny. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. But all right, everybody. It's almost 1:30 here for me, and I'm gonna go spend some quality time with my husband. And oh hi, Fally. You're just in time to watch me leave. It's great. Finally have a stream that is European time zone friendly. Yeah, I've been going for almost 2 hours, and we have to do Christmas stuff today, and we have to clean and stuff. So yeah, we just finished 3 rounds of Sagrada. We played 3 games, and it's a blast. We had a lot of fun. I'm sorry, dude. But in any event, yeah. So I appreciate all of you coming to hang out. I haven't done a Sunday morning afternoon stream in so long, and I think I want to make this a regular thing. Um, I will be able to stream earlier in the night starting next week. Although my Tuesday night streams are still going to be at around the same time. They're going to start around 9 o'clock, 9 o'clock Eastern, and run till 11 or midnight. But yeah, so I will be on maybe tomorrow. I don't know yet. Tuesday for sure. I think my Patreon supporters want to do a tour of the realm, so we'll see what happens with that. Um, because of my new work schedule, I'll be able to stream on Thursdays earlier, so I'm excited for that. But before I go, um, speaking of Discord, I would love to have you in there. You just have to be 13 years of age or older. Please consider joining. If you're new to the channel and you really liked everything you saw, feel free to hit follow because that's going to tell you when I go live. As with the Discord, let me also pop my socials if I could spell. That would be wonderful. Socials. There we go. So I'm on Twitter and YouTube at NJ Coffee Junkie. I have a Patreon where it starts at $1, goes to $20 a month. For $10 or more, you can play on Half Calf Craft, which is my Minecraft realm. I mainly stream Minecraft, especially on Tuesdays. I stream Among Us on Friday nights. I would love to have you be a part of all of that. Um, and then also before I go, since Fally came in, I mainly stream from two spaces. Joe Hills's uh, Seven of Mine Patreon realm, but I also stream from Real Fally's server Shamblecraft, which episode 5 came out earlier this week, and episode 6 I'm going to start recording, if not later tonight, then early this week. So I'm really excited about it. I'm going to build my first shop on the server, and I just got replay mod thanks to Fally and the Shamblecraftians, so I can't wait for you to see what I have planned. But with that, I am going to send you guys all you peeps off on a raid. I know exactly who I want to raid. I've been wanting to raid this person for a while now, but our schedules never worked, but they work today. So I'm going to send you over to Eons of Ian, who is a real life in-person friend of mine. I hate using the term in real life, but whatever. Um, he is my in-person friend. I've known him for 10 years. He's one of my former students, and now, um, and now he is a streamer, and it's wonderful. Analog friend, yes, analog friend. But yeah, go raid him. Tell him that NJ's raid is freshly brewed. I will see you in his chat for a little bit. But with that, everybody, thank you so much for being here. Wear your masks, wash your hands, and always be excellent to yourselves and to each other. I will see you, if not tomorrow, I will see you Tuesday night for Minecraft shenanigans. Take care. Be well. Bye.